I've seen men
Okay.
in public envying their wives when they see their wife at church or at a gathering laughing. They've never heard her laugh so hard in the house, but when they are at church and public, the way they are laughing with their mouth wide open and everything, jumping and giving people high fives and everything, they'll be like,
And immediately when they
is that
come
my
home,
wife?
they're
When
in
they
the
come
house,
home, it's like witchcraft. They're like they're living
They've
double
switched
lives.
off.
Exactly. They're living double lives. So sometimes when you live a double life, you make your partner lonely. When you're out there, like we are talking about social media, when you're out there, the people be like, oh, Mrs. So-and-so, Vaughn is so nice. He's always smiling. My husband will be like, are you talking about the same Vaughn? Are you talking about the same person?
a different person.
So it's very important not to live a double life.
You apologize to each other and then they say it's fine now and everything. After a month, something happens. You hear someone saying, no, you did this again
No,
the
that's
other
just
day.
women.
Women,
They do that.
they do that.
We try to help you remember. Okay, so you did this before, so now we are here. So I'm just trying to remember you. We're just trying to remind you of,
That way you need to stop reminding me.
Okay.
Please, yeah. So if I've done something wrong before, and then I apologize to you to say, well, guy, sorry, I didn't mean to do this, but it happened.
What if it's the same thing that you did 2 weeks ago and it's
let's
just
treat it as a
recurring?
different issue.
Or we open new books.
Let's open a new book, because the moment you try to bring it back again, it's like
I'm just trying to remind you
like
that, oh
what
no,
that
this
person
has happened. This has happened before.
Don't remind me. Let's start a new page.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. If you have forgiven me, write it, sign it on a forgiving book, and put it in the toilet.
Okay.
Don't even think that happened.
So we start again, like nothing ever happened.
Nothing. We are fresh. If you are not forgiving me, tell me easy. I'm not forgiving
No, I forgave you, but I'm just trying to remind you that, we have spoken about this.
No reminders.
So,
please.
Okay.
You are not a bank or anything.
But I don't think it's the same thing.
You are not a direct debit.
I don't think...
Welcome to Real Life Conversations with Israel and Wangai. It's always a good time, just to come, just to share, just to enjoy, just to have fun. I'd like to greet my beautiful wife, Wangai. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Hi, guys. How are you? It's good to be here. I really love the question and answer sessions.
Yeah.
They are so enlightening, and they give us an opportunity to be able to communicate with you guys. So I really like them.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining in. Today probably this is our last episode for 2025. So we'd like to wish you, a happy new year, and I hope you had a very blessed Christmas. So like what Wangai said, this is the question and answer session. So Wangai, what do you have for us today?
So before I go into today's questions, there was a clip that you posted on Facebook that caught a lot of people's attention.
Okay.
The one that when I was saying that how I consider cheating myself when I was like, when you spend too much time with the kids, I consider cheating. When you're fasting, and I considered cheating. And then someone says that I think you're overdoing it. And then the other, someone said, I beg to differ. And then I responded to them and said, okay, go deeper. Tell me what you're talking about.
They didn't respond. So I just want to respond with what I think that you might have misunderstood or took the other way. I'll give you an example. I always like giving example of myself, so that it's easier. So I can give you an example of saying that a few weeks ago, I was fasting. I fasted for 4 nights and 5 days. Imagine during that time, that was my personal time with God. My own fasting with God. It didn't have anything to do with you. Imagine during those days, I would tell you that, no, Israel, we're not making love because I'm fasting. But the Bible says that if two are both fasting and they've agreed on it and they've agreed not to make love, it's okay. And I remember some time when I was in Zimbabwe, I was in Mutare, one of the elders reprimanded me saying, my Sundao, I think you fast too much. You need to cut off. I love fasting. I believe it brings me closer and it opens doors for me. Imagine every time that I fast, I'll be telling my husband, we're not making love. So that's what I mean, that sometimes if you take it to the extremes, the way you fast, the way you're like, no, I don't have time for you. I'm going to the mountain to pray, whatever. If you put it to the extremes and shut me down, for maybe a week or so, whatever, then it becomes too much. And then it's for the kids. When I was saying, when you spend too much time with Anaya, I consider it cheating. Imagine, like the other podcast that we did before, when we were saying that, imagine that you want to do something with me. I always put the kids first. I consider the kids first. What we eat, what we do, everything is about the kids. It's centered on the kids. That's cheating. That's not right. You feel deprived. You cannot eat anything that you want. You cannot choose anything. It's all about the kids. So if you're fasting too much, if anything is done to excess without considering the feelings of your partner, I consider it cheating. So guys, bring it on. If you have questions after this, also
I
just
think
bring it on.
the issue is that the word that you use, cheating. People, like, when you say cheating, it brings a different connotation. So I think, but I understood what you were saying, because you mentioned that if you do anything in excess,
Yes.
it becomes, like, wrong.
Yes.
Like, even if you drink, for example, if you are drinking alcohol, if you do it in excess,
Yeah.
it's wrong.
It's too
If you are
much.
eating, if you drink
Anything,
excess,
too
you are
much of
gluttonous.
anything.
If you do anything too much,
Yeah.
it gets completely wrong.
Exactly.
So it's just basically saying, if you are in a
Be
relationship,
considerate.
yes, if you're in a
Yeah.
relationship, if you have a husband, you have a wife, make sure whatever you are doing, you are considering your partner.
Exactly.
Are they
Exactly.
also, how are they going to feel about it?
Exactly.
If not, you have to communicate to say,
Yeah,
baby,
exactly.
I need to do this at this
Exactly.
time. So how are you
Exactly.
feeling it? So then it becomes easy for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. All right. Getting into today's questions.
Yep.
This one is about faith and spiritual differences. When we met, faith didn't seem like a big issue. Now one of us is more serious about it and the other feels judged. How do we respect each other without drifting apart?
Okay, maybe I would like to speak first when the other person said one is now feeling judged. Like, did the other person actually judge them, or they are just thinking that they are being judged themselves because maybe they are not that, into faith? But one thing that I would encourage couples is to say, if you are in a relationship, if you can be able to follow the same faith, that will make it easy for you in a whole lot of ways. If you go, for example, to church together, if you believe in Jesus together, it will make life easy for you guys, because you follow all the principles that are written in the Word of God, which is in the Bible. So it means to say that your husband believes in the Bible, you believe in the Bible. So whatever the Bible says, you try to implement it into your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But if you are of different faiths, if you have different beliefs, if I go to church and maybe I get some revelation from the Word of God and I come and try to explain it to you, chances are you are not going to believe it, or you are not going to understand it, because you don't believe in my faith.
Yeah.
So it's always advisable to always try to find ways of having and believing in the same faith. As of judging, like, if you are more spiritual than me, that should not give you a
Compliment
right.
each other.
Yeah, that should not give you a right, for example, just to belittle me and to say, oh no, you are just, you're not it, me, I do this, me, I can do this, and stuff like that. So it will make me feel bad, and maybe at the end I'll start hating, maybe, or maybe start looking at faith in a different light. So if you are your partner, or if your partner is not going to church and you are the one going to church, stop judging and telling them, because this, you have done this, or you are hidden, or you have done this, also you are a bad person, and stuff like that. Try to show them love. Show them the Christ-like life. For example, if you're a Christian, show them how to live in a way that pleases God. And they will just look at you and they see maybe the wrong things that they are doing, and they will change because of how you are treating them and how you're showing them how it's done.
Yes. I was watching Steve Harvey the other day. I just was scrolling, and then I came across this short of a video. And then there was this guy who was saying to Steve Harvey, was saying that I have an issue with my wife. She dresses provocatively. Wherever we are going, she just wants to reveal a lot of skin and a lot of everything every time. And it's not proper for a married woman to dress like that, and I'm not happy about it. What can I do about it? And then there was that the other guest that Steve was hosting with, and he asked this guy this question. He said that before you got married to this wife, how was she dressing?
What kind of dressing was she portraying, or was she putting on? And he laughed and he said the same.
All right. So
So
they're just who they are, but he's trying to change them.
so when you get married to someone, don't try to change them, or don't look forward to them saying they're going to change, they're going to become something else, they're going to be. Well, people always do that, make that mistake
of saying that I'm going to change someone, I'm going to change them, they're going to become something. So when you got married to this person who is now more spiritual than you are, how were they before? What kind of relationship did they have with God and that you had with God? How were you before all this happened? So it's very important to go back there and see what happened. And change is inevitable.
Yeah.
Growth is good. If you're the only problem is when you get judged, when they judge you. But if they're just growing spiritually, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing
You
wrong,
complement each other. But when they start judging you and making you feel bad about it, that's where the issue is. But if they are just growing spiritually, there's no need for you to judge the other person. Just grow with them, give them time to grow, help them understand. It's also important, like what you say, that it's important for you to be of the same faith. Let's say you are married, maybe to go to the same church. It makes even the growth becomes easier, the understanding becomes easier because you're going to the same church. Like I used to say that, as for me and my husband, we sit together when we go to church. When I hear something interesting, I'm like, baby, did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
So we grow together. We understand the word together. When we are here with our kids, we do Bible study together with our kids so that we understand the word. We grow together. But we won't exactly be at the same level, say, whatever. When I'm filled, you are filled. When I see things, you see things. No, but there's no need for you to judge the other person. Allow them to grow and don't try to change the other person. Allow them to be the person that they are and the person that God wants them to be.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, number 2, our second question says it's about mental and emotional load.
Okay.
I'm exhausted, just not physically, but mentally. I carry the planning, the remembering, the organizing. My partner helps, but I still feel alone. How do I explain this without sounding ungrateful?
Something that I can say is, in that relationship, are you able maybe to delegate amongst yourself? You should just, because if you feel overwhelmed, probably you're doing much more than you're supposed to be doing. So what I'm thinking is, if you feel that way, probably sit down with your partner. Maybe just look at all the tasks that you guys need to do, like for your household or for your family. What is it that you need to be doing, like, for example, in a day, in a month, in a year? Then if you can be able to look at those things, you then find a way of delegating amongst yourself. Say, oh baby, you do this, I'll do this. You do this, I'll do that. Because if you don't do that, probably you feel like, maybe I can't tell my wife to do this, or I can't tell my husband to do this. I have to do it. Like, for example, here in the diaspora, you find out that there is a lot to do with work and everything. So you're probably busy, but from way home, or maybe from when you got married, that probably preparing meals is something that you normally do, or you want to do. You can say, baby, today I won't be able to make it because I'll be tired and I'm coming late and everything. Can you help me with that? Then I'll know when guy is not coming on time and she needs help with cooking. I'll probably make a meal for the family. So that way you won't feel overwhelmed and you won't feel like I'm not helping, because at least sometimes I might not know as a man what are the other things that you need to do, and you might not know as a woman what the other things that you need to do that I normally do as a man. So if you communicate and find out, what I think you should be doing or what I should be doing and everything, then we agree. Then it will help the both of us to just get things done.
Yeah, that's true. I believe in a relationship
or in a partnership, we've got different strengths and weaknesses in a relationship. I believe your partner, as much as they are not good at planning and organizing and all that stuff and remembering, they are good at something.
Okay.
The first thing is to appreciate what they are good at, to thank them, to be grateful for the things that they do. Before you start looking at the thing that they cannot do or that they are not doing. And people, we go back to communication again.
Okay.
How are you telling them? How are you bringing it across? How are you making them feel less important? Are you making them feel small about how you tell them? Because you say that you are good at planning.
Yeah.
Probably you are very good at planning. You're an organizer, or you did whatever. Maybe you did it at school, or you're just good at that.
Yeah.
And then when I try to do it, maybe I don't do it the way you do it. Maybe you make the bed, you make the corners properly and everything. But when I do it, maybe your partner just throws the bed over and everything. They did what they can, they did their best.
Yeah.
But when you start judging or going back to everything that they do, fixing it and reprimanding them and shouting and saying, it's not done like that, they'll end up excusing themselves.
Yep,
So
yep.
the way you say it, the way you encourage them, the way you try to make them better is very important, how you put across whatever you are trying to communicate.
Yep, yep.
So make sure that you say it the right way, you say it in the right way, and appreciate the thing that they are good at, their strength, uplift them.
Okay.
Respect those, appreciate those. And then when they are trying to help to do whatever that you're doing, show appreciation and show respect and tell them in a right and proper way without judging and making them feel less important.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, the question says it's about social media. Back to social media again in comparison. Everywhere I look, other couples look happier than us. My partner is always on their phone and I feel invisible. Is social media slowly damaging our relationship?
Yeah, maybe I'll just speak about social media for first before I get deeper into the question. Social media is definitely affecting relationships because what's happening is it's just the way they designed it. The phone is designed to keep you just looking at it, watching it, and scrolling and stuff like that. Even the message notifications and everything is just designed to draw your attention, because the moment that notification just pops in, you want to check, you want to see what has happened, who has liked your page, who has done, all those things is just designed to do that. So if you're in a relationship and you don't find a way to manage this, you find out that your relationship will definitely be affected, because I'll come home, my wife is on the phone, she'll just say hi baby, hi, and then she continues on the phone. She probably not gonna look at me, she probably not gonna talk to me, she probably not gonna ask how was my day and all things like that. So because she just focused on what she's doing on her phone and everything that she's doing there. So as a couple, you need to make sure that you don't allow social media to affect your relationship. Find ways of, if you are doing social media, like I think I mentioned it on the other day, try to do it together. If you are like looking at Instagram reels, or it could be on YouTube, or whatever it is that you are looking or that excites you, find a way of introducing that to your partner. Look at it together, share it together, so that by doing this you find ways of maybe just enjoying the same thing together. In that way, you will realize your relationship won't be affected because you are doing things together.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. The other time I spoke about how I was in Dubai. We were in Dubai with this socialite, and they were taking pictures in the first class. And then actually they were in the economy class with us. Don't compare your relationship with
Never.
that one on social media.
Yeah.
Obviously, people when they
go behind the camera, they'll make sure they're looking good, they make sure that everything is looking perfect and everything. Probably if you go to their house or to their private life, you'll be shocked how they treat each other or talk to each other.
will be
So life
shocked.
on social media, you don't compare it to your personal life. I always tell my kids, myself, and people that I talk to that, let's say you see a couple that you admire. Never say, I want to be like them. Always say, I want to be better than them. I want to do better than them. Because if you say you want to be exactly like them, you don't know what happens behind the scenes. They've got their weaknesses, they've got their own issues, they've got their own things that bother them. No relationship is perfect.
Yeah.
We have our own personal problems, we have our own ups and downs. So if you say you want to be like us, you're going to take everything about us. The bad, the good, the ups, the down, the crying, the everything. So say, I really admire Israel and Wangai. I hope my relationship will be better than they are. or I hope I'll be able to copy or to do the good that they are doing. But if you want exactly to be your relationship to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z or whatever, or whoever on social media that you follow and see, and even the way that they talk on, they are trying to get fans, likes and followings and subscribers and everything. So whatever they do, they make sure that it's picture perfect.
Yeah.
So don't try to copy that. Don't compare yourself with a relationship on social media. Maybe you're at a different level financially.
Yep.
That's why they can afford to do whatever they're doing, to speak the way they're speaking. Maybe you're at a different level spiritually. They've grown.
yeah.
How long have they been married? What have they been through and everything? Before you start comparing and thinking that the social media relationship is better than yours, try to find out who they are, what they are and everything before, but never compare yourself with any other person's relationship. We are all different. We are going this. We are all in marriage, but our journeys are different. We are in a different boat altogether. So never ever compare your partner, your relationship, your marriage to anyone else's relationship. They are doing something good. Appreciate that. Copy something that is good, but don't say so and so is like this and everything and whatever. So do you and live your own life.
And also the other thing that you need to know is you never know, like if you see me smiling, me and Ongai smiling,
Exactly.
you never know if we are actually smiling or we are just smiling because we are there. Because one thing you need to understand is, my kids, they don't even know the day that maybe I'm fighting with my wife.
Yes.
They will never see
That's
that
none
day.
of their business.
Because they always see us smiling. They always see us together. But when we are on our own, we can say, maybe we will just iron our issues together.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we go on camera, we are always making sure we look the part.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you look at someone and you see they are smiling always, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are always like that. Probably they are also facing the similar situation you're facing. But they find ways to smile through it. So don't look at anyone and then use it as a yardstick on your marriage or on your relationship. It's good to be smiling, it's good to be happy, but don't look at anyone and then you think, oh, maybe I should be like them or I should be like that. Otherwise, it will affect you.
Yes, social media would definitely slowly damage your relationship if you follow social media, if you live for social media, if you don't follow what social media says. Do the right thing. Those people, the way they talk to their husband, they shout their husband, when they are not there or in social media on the camera, they will be kneeling down and doing the rightful thing, but you are busy. You're saying, my so and so, she speaks to her husband this way. I'm doing the same, but they love each other. No. It will damage your relationship if you do everything according to social media. Find proper guidance. Find proper people, real people. And talk to them and ask for advice about how to build a better relationship, whether you are married already or whether you are still dating. Talk to real people, not to copy social media. Personal growth versus relationship growth.
Okay.
I'm growing, healing, and changing, but my partner says I'm becoming too different. Am I outgrowing the relationship, or are we just scared of change?
There are two things to this. Sometimes you can actually outgrow the relationship. And how you can actually outgrow the relationship is if you like, for example, the other day I think you were talking about developing yourself. If you just develop yourself on your own and you leave your partner behind, you find out that you might really actually outgrow the relationship. I've heard of stories like that where someone would go to college and everything, and the partner is the one maybe actually supporting them and paying the fees and everything. By the time they finish that degree or whatever they were doing, they're no longer compatible with that person. Say, oh no, I don't want you. But they're forgetting that that the person that was supporting them. So what you need to do whenever you're in a relationship, try to always be together in that. If you are starting a course, if you are going to the gym, if you are starting something, some training, whatever it is that you feel is good for a relationship, encourage your partner to join. Encourage your partner to participate so that at least you are moving together. No, leaving no one behind. I don't know who said that, but leaving no one behind. So you find out that you are moving together in everything that you are doing, and that way you'll be able to reach where you are reaching. Then the other thing that I was saying is sometimes it is like sometimes people judge each other to say, maybe they are doing this because maybe they are thinking I'm this, and those kind of different things. So you find out, don't think ahead of yourself, or don't think on behalf of someone else, or assume. Yeah, that's the right word. Don't assume that this person maybe is doing this to me because of ABC. Just talk to them, find out exactly what they think or they say about you, without you having to think on their behalf and then just put a judgment on there. That's way, sometimes people would think that, maybe they've outgrown me, or I've outgrown. It's because you are just assuming things. It's not what is on the ground. Communicate, talk to your partner, find ways of how you can actually be together and work together.
Yeah, I think, that's very true. I think we should just go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
When did you start feeling that way?
Mm-hmm.
And then before they start developing, before that growth happened, how did it start happening?
Yeah.
And what was your reaction when they started growing? How did you, when did you feel like I've been left behind? I can give a practical, simple example. How I say that I used to dress in a certain way before we get married. When we were dating, I never wore pants. I used to wear dresses and skirts and everything and whatnot. But now I'm married to you. You want me to dress in a certain way, and you didn't do it, say it in a bad way or whatever. You introduced it nicely. Imagine you introduce that you want me to dress. We are going to a club, or we are going horse riding, and I'm wearing a dress or a skirt on a horse. It doesn't make sense. So next time when you go horse riding, you're gonna leave me behind because I don't want to wear pants so that I'll be able to be comfortable on the back of a horse. So it's very important to make sure that you grow with your partner. Don't be shying away from a partner and be like, no, I don't wear that. I don't do that. I don't go to a club, whatever. Then I want a certain. You also adjusted to certain things that I wanted. So it's also, so in a relationship, it's about giving and taking, giving and about taking. Don't be a person who wants to take. You want things to be done in your own way, in a certain way. You have to develop. You have to grow with your partner.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to this kind of function. Your partner is wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and you are wearing a complete suit or outfit or something that is totally opposite to what they are wearing. Okay, baby, we are going to this function. How are we supposed to dress? What can I wear? What's okay? And everything. Talk together. Look the part. Dress the part. Look like your partner. I'm not saying be naked or whatever, expose yourself, but you can dress decently, appropriately, and yet looking the part and dressed for the right occasion and everything. Okay, babe, you are doing, you're studying this. Okay, is it okay if we start together? What can I start? Keep on developing, keep on growing, and be someone who's able to adjust, adapt, compromise, and sacrifice for your relationship. Because as long as you don't want to sacrifice, you don't want to grow, you don't want to put your partner's feelings first and everything, you will definitely be left out. Like I said, the worst example that I gave, you are wearing a skirt, you keep on pulling it down. You're not even, I want to enjoy the horse riding. You ask me, do you like horse riding? I'm like, no. Why? Because I'm wearing the wrong clothes and I'm not enjoying it. And you're uncomfortable. People are seeing me naked and everything. I keep on pulling this skirt and everything. So sometimes you say that my partner is leaving me or we are growing apart, but it's yourself. You're drifting. You're not adapting. You're not trying to meet your partner halfway. It's about giving and taking in a relationship. Don't be stingy. Don't be selfish. Try to meet your partner halfway. They're developing. They're going to school. Develop yourself. Go to school. Do a business. Maybe you're not good with books and everything. You don't like studying. Do a business. Do something. Develop. Keep up with your partner. Don't be left out. Don't be left behind. Don't be lazy and stingy and say, no, he's leaving me behind. No, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about developing your own self? So it's very important to try to keep up.
We've actually helped different couples, where you find out that one couple, whenever they're going out, maybe to party, they are not dressed according to where they are going.
Yes.
So it will leave the other partner feeling maybe ashamed of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So at the end, they don't
You
want
feel
to,
out of
they feel
place.
out of place. They don't want to go with that person because they
Yeah.
know they have certain friends that they have. But you see, oh, Babana is coming, is
You
just
end up
dressed,
feeling embarrassed.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel embarrassed, but not because you don't love your husband, but
But
because they are not just coping with the dressing. And when you speak to them, you say, baby, can you dress this way because of this occasion we are going, and they don't listen.
why are you
So,
telling me what to
yeah,
do?
yeah,
So you think I don't know how to dress?
this-
Hey, what?
You see,
I
think
love you.
there was an interesting story that happened. You remember? I think it went viral on social media where there was it was a wedding, and I think the father of the bride or the groom, I think, went there wearing a short. Yes, they're comfortable in a short. They're good. They like shorts and everything. But this is a wedding, and we know the dress code. Like they normally give you a dress code at a wedding to say you need to dress this way. You need to wear maybe these colors and stuff like that. How can you just go there and you'll be wearing a short
Yeah.
when it's a wedding? So
Yeah.
they are different. You can't also, like, maybe you're going clubbing and everything. You're gonna be dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't also just be wearing like maybe a dress or something like that. That will make it difficult for you just to enjoy yourself, in the club. So there has to be dressing for each place.
I also remember a prophet saying that he was at an airport and then he met a guy, and then this guy wanted to take a selfie with him. He was so excited to see, hi, prophet, and everything. But the way he was dressed in a short shirt, and then his belly was showing and everything. And our prophet has got certain standards.
Yeah.
He has got his own standards and his own character to portray and to protect. And he was like, no, guys, remove him. I cannot be seen. I cannot be. It's not like he doesn't like people, but the way you are dressed and who I am, people seeing me on social media or seeing you with that selfie of you in that state and dressed like that, it's not right. Maybe you're properly a follower or a child of our prophet, but the way you are dressed and the way I am and who I am, it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that some people, when people move away from you or leave you or outgrow you, it means that they don't like you or they don't care about you. But the way you are portraying yourself, the way you present yourself makes people uncomfortable, makes your partner uncomfortable to be around you, to be associated with you, to be seen with you out in public. I remember my mother-in-law saying that when you choose your partner, make sure you choose the right partner, so that when you're around people, you don't point your partner with your leg and say, she's somewhere there with other people. Where's your wife? If you look around, you find she's somewhere there. You'll be pointing with all fingers. They'll be like, which one is it? Because all the fingers they're pointing like, she's somewhere there. Because you're embarrassed. She was talking to my brother-in-law before he got married, the one that comes after you, Lee. It was like, now you're about to get married. Make sure that whoever you're going to choose is the one that you are proud of. You are happy with your wife, so that wherever you go, whatever you do, you are happy with them. So partners, people, husband or wife, they want to be comfortable. They want to be happy. They want to be excited. Be like, guys, let me show you my wife. That's my wife. Not like, no, she's somewhere there. You see her, you know she's somewhere. Or with your feet, like, she's somewhere there. Because they are embarrassed.
You can't tell.
So develop.
And when your partner is looking good and everything, you want to show them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Show off. My husband.
Exactly.
I've seen this trend on social media. My husband. My wife. My husband.
Exactly.
So you want the world to know them and to see them. But if they don't keep up and they're not dressed well, you'll be just like, okay.
Exactly. Even, dressing up and looking nice also makes you feel good about yourself.
100%.
Imagine now we are there. I see a horse to ride on a horse and I'm wearing that dress. I'll feel uncomfortable. We are at the club. Everyone is wearing pants or dressed in a certain way. They are wearing all white. I refuse to wear all white. I'm wearing probably pink or gray or something because I don't listen to my partner. I'm there. I'm uncomfortable. When I look good, I feel good about myself. I walk with my head held high. I feel comfortable. I feel good. So before I do it, even for my partner, to make you happy, I should feel good about myself. I love looking good. I love feeling good about myself, dressed properly, walking properly in my shoes, flats, whatever, but I want to feel good. So when I feel good, when I look good, I also feel good when I'm around you, when we are walking, we're doing it. So sometimes you'll be like, what's wrong with one guy? Because I'm wearing the wrong bra, I'm wearing the wrong clothes and everything. I'm uncomfortable around people. I'm shrouding because so already myself, I'm not comfortable. I'm not happy with myself. So what about my partner? If I am not happy about myself, what about the next person who is next to me? So it's very important to make sure that you dress properly, You feel happy about your dressing. Talk together. I've been told to change 3 times or 4 times sometimes by this man. I'm like, no, I don't like that. And I'll be like, this one is going to be like, no, I don't like that. And he says it in a nice, in a polite way. Babe, I know you like that dress one. Find a proper way to tell your partner to develop, to look better and to do better.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, what's the next one?
All right. This one is about emotional safety and past trauma. I want to open up, but when I do, it gets used against me during arguments. How do I feel safe again in this relationship?
That one is very, very important. I think, as couples and when you're in relationship, it's always very important to protect each other. I should be your safe space and you should be my safe space.
Yeah,
If I go to my wife with something, maybe it's something that I'm being vulnerable to her, I'm telling her something that, is so deep, for me. So I expect her also to always be in a way, to listen and also not to take it anywhere else or not even to use it against me in an argument to say, oh, maybe you're doing this because this happened to you or you're doing this because of this. So you should always be able to protect your partner no matter what they've told you, no matter what they've told you. Probably they actually have said something to you about their relatives or anything. Then maybe you're in an argument, that's what you are using against them, or maybe they've told you about what has happened to them in the past, or maybe something like that. Then whenever you have an argument, you try to use it against them. So it is very important to protect your partner, to always make sure you are their safe space, so that if anything happens out there, they are in the community, they are anywhere else, they can actually come to say, I can go to one guy and tell her this, this bothering me, this is I'm not happy about. So if I speak to one guy, it can actually help. So you need to be such a person that can be able to be there for your partner, not to be the person that your partner is actually saying, oh, if I tell my wife this, next time she's actually going to bring it to me in another way, or she's just going to shout at me or do anything like that. So you should be able to protect your partner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know how when preachers are preaching,
Yeah.
they'll give example of people that they've counseled, or that they've spoken to, or that they've helped. I don't believe that they mean it in a bad way, or they want to expose people, or they would want to feel good about themselves when they do that. I think mostly because it's that they want people to learn something from those people. They're trying to give practical example, tangible things that have actually happened and they've seen
like
results, like testimonies when they're preaching there. So yeah, sometimes you feel like your partner is using those things about you, but I don't think it's all the time, or that's their focus try to make you look bad or make you feel bad. Sometimes maybe that thing that happened to you, it applies in that situation that you are talking to about, that you are discussing, or that you're trying to resolve. Like, baby, you remember telling me this. Maybe you're feeling that way because of this happened. Maybe this brought up that thing, that trauma that you went through. Maybe that's bringing this up. That's what making you feel like you are being judged because of how you were judged, or what happened. So it's yes. It's very important to protect your partner. It's very important to understand when to say what and how to say what. Don't make them feel like they're being attacked. So it's all about the context of how you're saying it, of how you're bringing up the past. But if possible, try as much as possible not to bring up traumatic experience that your partner grew up with, or that happened. Maybe it's rape or whatever. Like, you're just saying that guy grabbed you that way because you were raped before. So whatever happens, you think like someone is trying to rape you. That's not right. That doesn't sound right. But the way you say it, the way you bring it about, it's very important. If it's a good example, if something trying to clarify something, find a proper way, right way to say it. But it's very important to try as much as possible not to use your partner's past or their traumatic experiences against them. Or yes, it might be true actually that they are saying that because of their traumatic experience. Maybe it's something that they think is happening. It's actually not happening. It's just in their head. because of that trauma. But don't say it like that. Don't say it so bluntly. Find a way of helping them. Find a way of saying them without them feeling judged or without them feeling like you're trying to bring them or making them look bad. Find the proper ways. Find the proper way of making sure that they don't feel traumatized again.
Yeah, like what you're just saying, okay, you need to make sure that for example, I've seen other couples, like for example, if they have a fight today, then they apologize to each other, and then they say it's fine now and everything. After a month, something happens. You hear someone say, "No, you did this again
No,
the
that's
other
just
day."
women.
You know,
Women, they
women
do that.
they do that.
We try to
Or-
help you remember. Okay, so you did this before, so now we are here. So I'm just trying to remember you. We're just trying to remind you of,
That way you need to stop reminding me,
Okay.
please. Yeah. So if I've done something wrong before, and then I apologize to you to say, "Oh, guy, sorry, I didn't mean to do this, but it happened."
What if it's the same thing that you did 2 weeks ago and it's
Let's
just
treat it as a
recurring?
different issue.
Or we open new books.
Let's open a new book, because the moment you try to bring it back again, guy, it's like
I'm just trying to remind you
like
that, oh
what
no,
that
this
person
has happened. This
No,
has happened before.
Don't remind me. Let's start a new page.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. If you have forgiven me, write it, sign it on a forgiving book, and put it in the toilet.
Okay.
Don't even think that happened.
So we start again, like
We are-
nothing ever happened.
Nothing. We are fresh. If you are not forgiving me, tell me easy. I'm not forgiving
No, I
you.
forgave you, but I'm just trying to remind you that we have
That's what I'm
spoken
saying.
about this.
No reminders.
So
please.
okay.
You are not a bank or anything.
But I don't
No
think it's the same thing.
You are not a direct debit.
I don't think I don't think that applies as a trauma. You being forgiven for something that you did, for something that you did.
Because
it doesn't.
if you try to bring it back again, so now I have to defend two things.
Because I think that when you did something bad to me, I'm the one who's being traumatized, not you who is doing the deed.
Yes, but you agreed to forgive me.
Yeah,
and you
but-
said, okay, it's done, baby, it's done, it's done. Then it's done.
Yeah. I beg to differ. Yeah, okay. The last one. You say loneliness inside the relationship. I'm in a relationship, but I feel lonely. Wow.
Oh,
We live together,
yeah.
share a bed, and raise children, but I've never felt so lonely. How can you be married and still feel alone?
Yeah, I think it can actually happen now to think of it, because you can actually feel lonely. For example, like I think I mentioned, there's another question that we spoke about on this one. You come home, maybe you are coming home from work. I'm just here. I'm on my phone or I'm on the television. I just say, hi, one guy, hi, one guy.
Yes.
You come, you sit there. I'm just on my television or I'm on my phone. Then it's time to go to bed. You go to bed. Then, you can definitely be lonely. So if you are not communicating with your partner, if you are not together in everything that you are doing, chances are you're going to be lonely.
Yeah.
And also, for example, if your partner also is not reciprocating maybe the love that you are showing to them, you definitely be lonely, because you try to put an effort, probably they're ignoring you, probably they're not showing the love back or anything like that. Chances are you're gonna be lonely. So you need to make sure, like as a couple, you are always there for each other. If your partner feels like they want something, if you cannot help them with that, try to explain to them why you cannot help them in that way, because the moment you don't do that, your partner is going to be lonely again. And the last thing that you want in a relationship is for someone to be lonely.
Yeah.
Because if someone is lonely, chances are they're going to try to figure out how they can do something about that loneliness.
Yeah.
Because there probably are many options for them to remove that loneliness. But there are
Options.
options.
What do you
out
mean
there.
options?
Like I don't want to put the options like on the table. People will take it and then use them. No?
Okay.
But if someone is looking for something so that they are not lonely, they'll probably get it out there. But we don't want it happening in relationships. So always make sure that your partner is not lonely. Yeah. Always be there for them. How are you doing? How was your day, on guy? Okay, how was work and everything? How are you feeling? Do you want something? Do you want to make love and all those things? Then you do.
I've seen men
Okay.
in public envying their wives when they see their wife at church or at a gathering laughing They've never heard her laugh so hard in the house. But when they are church in public, the way they are laughing with their mouth wide open and everything, jumping and giving people high fives and everything, they're like,
And immediately when they
is that
come
my
home,
wife?
they're
When
in
they
the
come
house,
home, it's like witchcraft. They're like they're
Changed.
living
They have
double
switched
lives.
off.
Exactly. They're living double lives. So sometimes when you live a double life, you make your partner lonely. When you're out there, like we're talking about social media, when you're out there, the people be like, oh, Mrs. So-and-so, Vaughn is so nice. He's always smiling. My husband will be like, are you talking about the same Vaughn?
person or this
Are you talking about the same
is a
person?
different
So
person.
it's very important not to live a double life. And we go back to that one when we were talking about how you plan everything with your family. You're always on the phone with the family.
You're always talking down on your husband. Him. He's nothing. He's good. Even sometimes when he's even there, seated next to you. No, it doesn't matter. He's useless. He doesn't think, hey, I'm the one who's making all the money. I'm the one, this. You feel your partner feel belittled. You plan by yourself. You live a double life. You make, even in front of the kids. You don't respect your partner. You make him feel so small. You make her feel so small. So it's very possible. That's when people now say in Shona that "Dogarra vana vangu." I'm just staying here for the sake of the kids, that I cannot go anywhere. I'm too old now. Who's gonna take me? Like I just said, you can be very lonely. Israel is always on his phone, pressing his phone on social media and everything. I'm not good at social media, probably I don't like it, or he doesn't like it. I'm always on TikTok. Laughing and everything.
Alone.
And then you'll be like, Wongaya. You change the face of like, the face the TikTok face and the
It's different. I have a TikTok face and I have
exactly. They have a TikTok face and a house face and a wife face.
Yeah.
When they're talking to the pastor, how are you, pastor?
And you never
How
laugh
are you,
to
man
my
of
jokes
God?
and
everything.
everything.
Like, oh, is that funny? Like, how are you, man of God? How are you? Oh, Mr. Sorry. She goes outside. She sees the neighbor taking out the baby. Hello, good morning. I'm like, what? I'm like, don't live a double life. Don't make your partner feel that way. Whatever it is, whatever differences that you have that make you feel that way, talk about it. Cry on it out. Talk, baby, I don't like it when you treat me this way. Whatever it is, fix it instead of living double lives. People are so sad in marriages because they are able to speak up. They are able to say their issues, what's bothering them, because sometimes they feel judged, sometimes they're not heard. There's a lot of things that can cause someone to feel lonely whilst they're married.
Yep. That's the last one?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
You want to see my normal face or my TikTok face?
I want your TikTok face. Keep your TikTok face.
You like my TikTok face? I'm not even on TikTok.
Thank you so much, guys, for taking your time just to be with us in this episode. And like I said, I think this is our last episode before 2026. So we see you in 2026, probably on the first. That will be Thursday, will be the first, no?
I think so.
Thank you so much, guys, for taking your time to be with us in this episode today. Olga, you were saying what's happening on Thursday?
We have a burning topic, an interesting topic, an amazing topic. We are looking forward. This is going to be the first topic in 2026. So it's going to be lit. So stay tuned, subscribe and follow.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please just hit the subscribe button. Then we'll see you in the next year, 2026. Thank you so much. Have a great day.